Is Social Security about to take every penny of your benefits? If you've been overpaid, they might. I'm talking about a major policy shift happening right now that could leave millions of Americans with zero benefits until their debt is paid. Imagine checking your account on payday and finding nothing there. For those living on fixed incomes, this could be devastating. Stay tuned to learn exactly what's changing, who will be affected, and what you can do if you receive that dreaded overpayment notice. Could you be next? The answer might surprise you. Before we dive deeper, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates about Social Security changes that could affect your financial future. Drop a comment below if you've ever experienced an overpayment issue with Social Security and how you handled it. Starting Thursday, March 27, 2025, the Social Security Administration is implementing a significant policy change that will impact how overpayments are collected. The agency will now resume withholding 100% of benefits from individuals who were overpaid until those overpayments are fully recovered. This is a complete reversal of the temporary policy that had limited withholding to just 10% of benefits. Let's break down what this means. Social Security pays benefits to approximately 70 million people every month, distributing about $1.6 trillion in 2025 alone. With numbers this massive, mistakes happen. Sometimes beneficiaries receive more money than they should have. These overpayments can occur for various reasons. Maybe you failed to report a change in income, or perhaps the SSA itself made a calculation error. The scale of these overpayments is staggering. According to an August 2024 report from the Social Security Administration's Office of the Inspector General, the agency made nearly $72 billion in improper payments, primarily overpayments, during fiscal years 2015 to 2022. While this represents less than 1% of all benefits paid during that period, as of September 2023, the agency was still trying to collect $23 billion in uncollected overpayments. Now, you might be wondering how this new policy affects you personally. If you're currently repaying an overpayment under an existing arrangement, you can breathe a sigh of relief. Your withholding rate will not change. The new policy applies only to overpayments that occur after March 27, 2025. Additionally, if you receive Supplemental Security Income, SSI, the withholding rate for those overpayments will remain at 10%. So why is the Social Security Administration making this change now? It's part of a broader initiative by President Donald Trump and the Department of Government Efficiency, led by Elon Musk, to reduce federal spending. The SSA claims this switch will result in approximately $7 billion in overpayment recoveries over the next decade. In the words of Acting Social Security Commissioner Lee Dudek, "We have the significant responsibility to be good stewards of the trust funds for the American people." This policy actually represents a return to how things were done previously. Last year, the SSA had implemented the more lenient 10% withholding policy as a way to reduce financial hardship on people with overpayments. That change came after significant negative media coverage in 2023 from outlets like KFF Health News, Cox Media Group, and 60 Minutes, which highlighted how aggressive collection practices were causing severe hardship for some beneficiaries. The stories were heartbreaking. Some people lost their homes as their benefits were completely cut off to make up for overpayments, some of which had occurred more than a decade earlier. As then Social Security Chief Martin O'Malley acknowledged, innocent people can be badly hurt by these collection practices. The scale of the issue is substantial. The Social Security Administration sought to reclaim overpayments from about 2 million people in the fiscal year that ended September 2023 alone. That's a lot of Americans potentially facing benefit reductions. Now, if you find yourself facing an overpayment situation, what options do you have? First, understand that Social Security is required to wait at least 30 days plus 5 mail days from the date they send an overpayment notice before they start collecting. During this time, you have several options. You can repay the overpayment directly using a credit card, online bill pay, or check. This might be the simplest solution if you have the means to do so. Alternatively, if you cannot afford to have your entire benefit withheld each month, you can contact Social Security at 1-800-772-1213 or visit your local office to request a lower rate of recovery. This is crucial information. You don't have to accept the 100% withholding if it would cause financial hardship. You also have the right to appeal the overpayment decision or the amount. If you believe the overpayment wasn't your fault and you can't afford to pay it back, you can ask Social Security to waive collection of the overpayment entirely. These are important rights that every beneficiary should know about. What happens if you're no longer receiving benefits or become delinquent in a repayment agreement? The SSA has other methods of collection at its disposal. They can take money from your federal tax refund or garnish your wages. Additionally, delinquencies will be reported to credit bureaus, potentially affecting your credit score and financial standing. It's worth noting that the average monthly Social Security benefit increased from $1,927 to $1,976 in 2025 after this year's cost of living adjustment. For many recipients, especially those living on fixed incomes, this relatively small increase may not be enough to cushion the blow of a significant benefit withholding. The policy change comes at a time when the Social Security Administration is already facing challenges. The agency has announced plans to cut its workforce by more than 12%, eliminating 7,000 employees. These significant workforce reductions, along with the closing of some offices, could result in slower processing of benefits applications and longer wait times for assistance from Social Security personnel. For many Americans, Social Security isn't just a nice supplement, it's their primary source of income in retirement. According to recent data, about 37% of men and 42% of women rely on Social Security for 50% or more of their income in retirement. Even more concerning, 12% of men and 15% of women rely on Social Security for 90% or more of their income. For these individuals, having 100% of their benefits withheld, even temporarily, could be catastrophic. So what can you do to protect yourself? First, be vigilant about reporting any changes in your income or circumstances to Social Security promptly. Many overpayments occur simply because beneficiaries fail to report changes that affect their eligibility or benefit amount. Second, carefully review any notices you receive from Social Security, and don't ignore them. They could contain important information about potential overpayments. If you do receive an overpayment notice, act quickly. Remember, you have options. You can request a lower withholding rate, appeal the decision, or ask for a waiver. But these options are time-sensitive, so don't delay in responding. Ultimately, this policy change represents a difficult balance between fiscal responsibility to taxpayers and compassion for beneficiaries. While recovering overpayments is necessary to maintain the integrity of the Social Security system, the method of recovery can have profound impacts on the lives of real people. Remember that the Social Security Administration is an agency that serves the American people. If you're facing hardship due to an overpayment situation, don't hesitate to reach out and advocate for yourself. The system may seem intimidating, but understanding your rights and options is the first step toward navigating it successfully. As we've seen, this policy change could have significant implications for millions of Americans who rely on Social Security benefits. Whether you're currently dealing with an overpayment or simply want to be prepared for the possibility, staying informed is your best defense. If you found this information helpful, please hit that like button and share this video with anyone who might benefit from it. Don't forget to subscribe for more updates on Social Security changes and other financial news that affects your retirement security. Have you ever dealt with a Social Security overpayment? Share your experience in the comments below. Your story might help someone else navigate this challenging situation. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.